Hi everybody, today's video is all about how I care for my hands. Now, loads of you have been asking for a hand care video for years, but I don't actually really do manicures or anything like that on myself. So this isn't a manicure video, but it's more about just keeping the skin and nails on your hands looking really, really beautiful and well groomed. I do get manicures. I probably get about 2 a year, and now and again on shoots, the makeup artist will kind of tidy them up a little bit, but the makeup artists on shoots never really do a proper manicure. So yeah, once or twice a year I'll properly get my nails shaped and my cuticles done. But with kind of regular care, skincare on my hands, I do find that they don't actually get that untidy between manicures, so it's not really that much of an expense, I suppose. So some of the things that I do, first of all, I moisturise my hands religiously. Now, this doesn't have to be a full-on kind of hand cream treatment session. Quite often when I do my moisturiser on my face, I'll do face, neck and décolletage, and then I'll make sure that I do the backs of my hands as well. So I just put a little dot on the back of my hands and then kind of rub it on the backs and massage that in. And I really make sure that I massage it in well into the nails and all around the sides of the nails. And also you can get nail oils. Now, I think that you can just as well use a face oil or a body oil. I sometimes have a look at the ingredients in nail oil, and it's a very, very small bottle of not that expensive oil, but it's got a high price. So I think you're just as well sometimes using something like sweet almond oil, and you can get that in the chemist, huge bottles of that for not very much. You can even get it in the supermarket, I think, now. And then make sure that your nails are clean, so take off all the polish, and then massage the oil in, and you can do this as much as you want really, and massage it into the cuticles as well. And I tend to find that just keeps my fingers looking really, really nice and groomed. So that's the first thing. Second thing is SPF. Now, we put SPF on our faces and we worry about our faces, but our hands really show aging quite fast and they're always exposed. So I think that's a good idea if you're using SPF on your face to just spare a little dot. Again, you know, do your face and then a little dot on the back of the hands and rub those together and massage that in. And you know, you might think it's a waste of time, and that's absolutely fine, but I think over a couple of decades of doing that, then you would definitely notice a difference. Now let's have a little look what I've got in here. I've got some hand cream examples. This is an example of a very, very expensive hand cream, which I love. But, you know, if you can't afford a very expensive, this is a treat for me, so I don't use it that often, but I really, really like it. So if I'm doing a proper pamper session in the evening, then I'll put this on before bed as a treat. But there are loads that are really, really affordable. I like this one from Burt's Bees because it's very waxy. It comes in it's a pot like this, little jar, and it smells ridiculously strongly of bananas, but it's got a really kind of waxy, solid, like a balm feel about it. So if you need something that's ultra protective, like you're in extreme weather conditions and your hands get really chapped, or you're out in the garden or something like that, this is really greasy, as you can probably see, but it does a good job of kind of protecting the skin. And then this one is quite rich actually, but not too greasy. This is Dr. Organic's Royal Jelly Anti-Aging Hand and Nail Cream. I mean, it's very, very light, but it's got a very nourishing feel to it, and it absorbs really easily, but you know, you get that nice slip, which makes it quite nice to massage in, and that's really good value because you get a huge tube of that. And then the only other essentials that I really have for my hands are a nail file, and then the other thing that I use a lot of are these nail strengtheners. This one's from Dr. Lippmann's, and I really rate this one because you get so much. You get 30 ml in there, and most of the others you just get 15, and they're about kind of the same price. That's Ren Your Nail, I really like that. And these you kind of build up over the days, and they kind of just strengthen the nail as it goes along. That's Nail Envy from OPI. And this one is the Nailtrition from Orly, which I really like because it's got kind of a pinky shimmery tint to it. So you can wear it and it feels like you've got clear varnish on as well, with a kind of pearlescent finish. So that one is one of my top picks. So my rules, I suppose, are moisturise, moisturise, moisturise. Really nice, rich, indulgent hand treat for overnight. SPF on the backs of the hands. Don't mess around with like crazy manicures, cutting your cuticles and that kind of stuff if you don't know what you're doing, which is most people, because you can really do quite a lot of damage to the cuticles if you're kind of mishandling them. And I think just, you know, really oil them and oil them. You can push them down a little bit if you want to. And if you come out of the bath and your cuticle's really soft, you know, oil them and then they'll push down a little bit on a nail. But I think all that kind of snipping away and things like that can be a little bit dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So I leave it to the professionals, and in between, my rules are just, you know, leave the nails as clean as possible for as much time as possible, and then I use my nail strengtheners as well, nail conditioners. And then my final thing is quite a recent discovery, or kind of last 6 weeks or so, Imodine. Hair and nails. I was sent this to test, and I am just about to repurchase another box because my nails have never been so strong. I don't know whether you can see the length of them there, but normally when they get to about this length, I kind of peel them off because they feel really, really weak, and I kind of just catch the edge and then I peel them across. It's a really bad habit, but I literally cannot do it on my nails at the moment, and they're just really kind of thick and hard. They're not brittle, they're brilliant. This is for hair as well, and I kind of haven't been really taking much notice of my hair, but I did think to myself the other day that it was feeling very manageable and lovely. So perhaps it's been working on my hair as well, but it's definitely helped my nails. So if you have any kind of problem with your nails, then I can highly recommend that. It seems to be working amazingly well. I mean, obviously, they're expensive. I think it's about $25 for 2 months, and you probably can go to a health food shop and make up your own Imodine from various cheaper components, but I don't really have the time or the knowledge to do that, and so for me it's kind of part of my maintenance regime, which I have to invest in because of my job. So there we go, a little bit of hand care for you. I hope that was interesting. Make sure you subscribe on that button up there above the video and give me a thumbs up on the button that's below the video, and I shall see you next time.